Good morning, everybody, and to some of you, it will be probably good morning again. I hope your day has continued well, and to everybody else, I hope your day is going well. Welcome back to the Long Dark. I'm tempted to call this the Long Dark Logistics Edition, or possibly the Long Dark, the search for vitamin C, because yeah, that's actually what I spent most of the live stream yesterday doing, because Mackenzie was in significant danger of getting scurvy, which is something I would try to avoid, I think. And I just got myself a bit confused because I was looking at OBS there in the preview screen, and it almost looks like I've made a horrible mistake, but I haven't. No, definitely not. So, what am I going to do? Well, actually, getting my vitamin C levels up to a safe point where I don't have to worry about it is going to be useful. I've also got the logistics problem in that I have a travois back in Forsaken Airfield, which is loaded with stuff that I want. Some of it very important stuff. And getting it out through the transfer pass is going to either require multiple trips from one end to the other, or I find another way out, or I leave it there and come back later. So what I'm thinking is, as I'm at the railway station in the transfer pass region, I might proceed further down the railway line, see where that leads me. It should be zone of contamination or maybe sundered pass. And see what transpires, see whether it's worth going. Let's give it a bit of a bash and see what happens anyway. Yeah, one day I'm gonna have to show how I did the Aurora cheat thing there, just so that I can record the Aurora. And of course, the first thing Mackenzie's going to do is complain that he's going to have to leave something behind. He doesn't, but it doesn't stop him from complaining. So we've pretty much scoured this area for stuff. How much water have I got on me? So what I'm thinking is gallop down the railway in this direction. And I think I will arm myself and see what is down there. I should be good for a couple of days. Did I eat? I did. I ate all my low vitamin C food, which was mostly cattails. Tell you what, after playing Warframe, this is somewhat jarring. And then the slower pace, the fact that I don't have to get up close to a bunch of enemies and hit them with sharp sticks. I don't actually know if you can exit this way, so this will be something new. One thing's for sure, I'm definitely not taking a travois this way, am I? One thought, you see, was to sort of cut round. Oh, maybe I could, who knows? But, yeah, I don't think I've ever been here before.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
The zone of contamination. It might be worth just spending some time here, we'll see. I don't know. Just the name's enough to put you off. Aha! Rose hips. Rose hips where? Oh, there we go. Take what I can get, to be honest. One scraggly bush. Oh, no, there's another. Honestly, if I come out of this with some rose hips, that would be worth doing. Don't know anything about this area at all. I mean, like, nothing. Still nice to be in a new area, I suppose. Not a creature is stirring. Not even rabbits. Not even hearing birds, just the wind and the snow and the ice and the rocks and the trees and, well, everything really, I suppose, except for any evidence of wildlife. Yeah, at least there are acorns. Hi John, this is the zone of contamination. I've just stuck my nose in to see what it's like. Hey Danny! And pick up rose hips. Because, yes, the last few days have been obsessed with getting vitamin C into my system. Ah, I'm very glad I don't have your nightmares then. No, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, just in terms of looks, it's not that bad, but it does have some stuff I want, so it was if nothing else, it was worth the quick trip in. I can always retreat back down the line, the railway line. Now I'm on full-blown paranoid blob alert. Yeah. You know the one? Is that blob a wolf, a bear, or a deer? That blob alert. Yes. Yes, I have actually used the trader. That's why I'm wearing wolfskin pants, as a matter of fact. Now, at some point, I do want to go back to Coastal Highway and grind through the trader's stuff. That looks like an improbable colour for the region. Or a smudge on the monitor. Yes. So I don't have a huge amount of time before nightfall, but I do have time to check things out a bit. I remember, oh grief, back during COVID when I did actually watch some Long Dark. I think I remember watching this player, whose name I can't remember, unfortunately. That does not look at all like somewhere I want to be. Yep. And we're going to avoid that. But I remember his paranoid level as he was walking around. This was a guy who had far more experience than I have, or probably ever will have, and his reaction to looking for stuff. You know, is that dot on the screen a wolf or a pixel? Yeah, that's kind of what I thought, but I'm not actually planning on going hunting or searching right now. I'm just doing a quick survey of this particular region just to get the stuff so that I'm in a better position to decide what to do next. Because, like I said, I spent the last 2 days dealing with scurvy. Or I think my vitamin C levels got really quite low and the risk really quite high. So I'm wondering where this leads. I probably ought not to do this ooh, what's down here approach, but I am curious. Hmm. That's interesting. Somebody's left an arrow in a wolf. Wow, somebody had quite a battle. Alright, I think I've indulged my curiosity. I'll be back. Can't reach it. Oh, it's getting unpleasant faster than I would like. But I did see rose hips on the way out, so I'll grab those. At least I thought I did. Yes. Thought I did. Okay, that should help. And the good news is I have food for a few days, even without the travois. Oh, that was not the position I wanted to be in. Oh, that's really strange. My frame rate is almost tanked. Never runs that low. Oh, mind you, CPU utilization's through the roof. Yeah. I'm not touching that. Why do I get the feeling that eating the food in this region is probably not a great idea? But at least the rose hips seem to be good. It's funny, and I should have said it before. I did wonder about carcasses you might find around here. And that little wolf back there just confirmed it. Probably should have taken the skin, but I can always come back if I have to.
Too heavy.
He always says that. I'm not carrying that much in excess. He's carried far worse.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
Yeah, you see, he's even got some ability to run. I've definitely gone very long distances where he's had no ability to run whatsoever. Alright, let's cook this lot up. Actually, oh, spare hatchet, bits and pieces. I forgot about some of this. All that way just for this. Ah. Really need water. Oh, let's load him up with as much vitamin C as possible. Probably not the best way of doing it, to be honest, but Oh, come on. There we go. I know there's a spot on the floor here. All that just to find one ideal spot. Oh, weather sounds wonderful outside. Oh, it left the door open the entire time. Yeah. That's not what you call particularly nice weather. So I will do what I normally do. The dubious circumstances, we will make some more water. Hey Tony, how are you doing? Well, I may have temporarily put aside the scurvy problem,
Come on.
which is only good. I've got food for a few days. And the weather's terrible.
Too much stuff to carry.
Oops. Oh, that was good timing there, if I say so myself. So I got water for a while. So the question is, what am I doing? Like I say, I don't know. Is there anything worthwhile in the zone of contamination? Oh, hello, Prakash. I'm sorry, I didn't see you in Twitch there. My apologies, I didn't mean to ignore you. I've spent time in your world, so to speak, in a Warframe. Welcome to mine, so to speak. Although I think Dani there has got more time in the game than I do. Everybody's got more time in this game than I do. So yeah, like I say, I do have some decisions to make. What some time before I need to dash back. The good news is I can dash back down the transfer pass fairly quickly, where I've got food and water and what have you. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We will... Let's, well, to be honest, I spent decades like that, so... Interrupted briefly by 2 failed marriages. I am curious to see where that little pass off to the left up ahead went to, so we'll have a little look down there before I start making any decisions about whether to proceed further into the zone of contamination. I mean, it looks to me like I can't eat anything meaty in the zone of contamination. I could always shoot that deer. Do you know what? I'm trying to remember if I remember seeing you in chat for those. I'm pretty certain. Were you not online yesterday while I was here? Immutable hesitation. I didn't know it was called that. Definitely completely different game than Warframe, isn't it?
I need to drop something.
EU. Yeah, this is not weather conducive to me wandering around. This isn't poison fog or something horrific, is it? Yeah, see if the wolfskin's salvageable. Yeah, there's worse things to do. Yeah, I'm just going to take the hide. Wolfskin is always useful, given that I have 2 sets of clothes made of wolfskin. Oh, I didn't. I always do that. I don't need that. I think I'm going to start making a habit of eating more cattails. They don't offer a lot of vitamin C, but I'll take anything I can get, frankly. A little light exploration. think I'm going to start capturing. Yes, let's capture a wild rosehip. Very difficult to sneak up on. They can smell you coming a mile away. Well, at least I'm not tickling the void jokes. It is sort of nice, you know, to just do a little bit of idle wandering around sometimes. Tend not to... Oh, look at this. We have more. Wonderful. You have no idea how happy this makes me feel. I'm guessing that leads to the Sundered Pass. I have no idea what's in the Sundered Pass. Actually, I don't know what's in this area either. But I've got the time to fiddle about and find out. Ooh, that's not a good sign. Am I the only one who finds it nerve-wracking heading into a strange cave? Yeah. See, I can learn. If in doubt, pick up the coal. Just wondering, is that Mackenzie's stomach or mine? It's his, I think. So I'm... Oh, I'm glad that helps. Yeah, I've got some time to mess around. This is always slightly nerve-wracking for me. Because, yeah, you end up at the bottom, and it's like, I hope there's nothing behind me. I hope I just didn't make some awful, ghastly mistake that veterans will take one look at and say, no, you shouldn't have done that. Dubious overlook. Is there any point in proceeding? Don't think so, but still. I think I'm going to go back and hunt that deer. Give myself some more time in this region. Hello, Nika Brika. Lurk away. I mean, if it's any consolation, there are about 20 people currently lurking, so feel free. Oh, I forgot to eat the rest of my cattails. Yeah, there's a little part of me that's always thinking I'm going to come up the top there and they're going to look straight into the slavering fangs of a wolf. Showed a rabbit spot here, but I don't see any rabbits. Not to be honest that I need rabbits, but it's more of an observation than anything else. Oh, burdock! Oh, wonderful burdock. I've used burdock for anti-vitamin C problems for the longest time. I am going to be a lot more assiduous about collecting stuff like that, I can tell you. Oh my goodness. Oops. Well, yes, I think we've both had the same kind of problem with bears, haven't we? I can think of at least a couple of occasions where I had a bear pursuing me and I didn't notice for a while. And of course, I also had the time where I was decided quartering a deer in a particular location was a good idea, and then when I finished was promptly attacked by a bear. I get the feeling I ought to look up William Shakespeare's stage direction. Exit stage left pursued by a bear, because I'm sure there are some jokes I can throw in. In case anybody's wondering, I think that's A Midsummer Night's Eve. Exit stage left pursued by a bear. And I think one of the remarkable things, if I recall correctly, about that particular stage direction is nobody knows why it's in there. It's just this random sort of thing that got thrown out. So thrown into the play. I think it was a Midsummer Night's Dream. Oh, coming across Forlorn Muskeg. I think it was last time. I heard the bear, couldn't see it, and basically just legged it out of there. I'm going after the other wolfskin on the grounds that I can always use wolfskins. I'm not going to touch the meat. Anytime I see the word poison in front of meat, I'm not inclined to try it, even at my level of digestion capability in this game. The plethora of arrows that were in this region is a little bit dubious. Alright, let's have a little mosey down this way, because I don't think I went too far down here last time, did I? Gonna have to make a decision about some point whether or not to proceed into that area below me or not. Just realized my coffee cup is blocking out bits of the screen that I do not wish to have blocked out. Excuse me a second. also haven't checked on the status of my clothing lately. I have to do that. I'll tell you what, that location in the transfer pass is surprisingly useful. If, as I have, you have stashes of food. I mean, if I really get desperate, I can just dash down the transfer pass, straight down the road, and I've got all my supplies with me. So, all right, okay. Is there anything worthwhile? I So, assuming there's a main building over that way somewhere. Yeah. Might be fun to do. Oh, grief, listen to me. Now, me saying sounds like it'd be fun to do. That's not the survival me. Ooh, right. The survival me wouldn't go anywhere near it. But the survival me would probably still be in Mystery Lake, shooting wolves and hunting fish. Well, fishing, you get the general idea. But the me that has... the live streamer is now far more likely to do things such as... Yeah, that was my observation when I realized this was poisoned. But, I mean, I've got a single deer on the other side here, so I can go grab that. Plus, I've got dried meat with me, so I can take some stuff. Anybody else getting Runaway Train vibes? Was that the name of the movie? John Malkovich and, was it John Malkovich? No, it wasn't. It was somebody else. Oh, right. Okay, that does sound like it's worthwhile going. Was it Runaway Train? It was... It's not John Malkovich. So that was the vibe I was getting off that. I saw it many years ago. Eric Roberts and... who else was in it?
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Angelina Jolie's father, I think. I can't remember his name. No, it was I think it was called Runaway Train. No, it wasn't a comedy by any means. A couple of prisoners escape from some penitentiary in Alaska or something, and end up on a roof of a train that can't be stopped or something like that. It's been years since I saw it. I think Danny Trejo was actually in it. I think it might have been his very first movie. No, that probably wasn't the best way to go. Now, I've never seen Throw Mama from the Train. Even though I know who was in it. Billy Crystal and Danny DeVito, I think. Well, you obviously gave me Danny DeVito. Alright, so hunt the deer. Head down into the zone of contamination. John Voight, that's it. John Voight and Eric Roberts, that's the one. Yep. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now let's get this all in.
I'm not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer.
I don't think I've been able to get in. But now that you've said it, obviously I am going to go back and investigate it further. Hang on a second. I do like being able to see that clock. It's my primary method of telling the time. And my main screens. Oh, there we go. Thank you. I have my beloved 3D mechanical clock up. And I don't need that. Right. For the longest time, I would always carry prepared burdock around with me so I could chew on it when the scurvy started to kick in. Wow, that looks like moderately threatening weather. Yes, yes you do. Raw fish is best, but that's got the parasite problem. But yeah, fish is a good source. Where I was at in Forsaken Airfield, I was fishing on and off semi-regularly, which probably helped me with the vitamin C. When I left, that's when I really ran into trouble, which ultimately landed me up here. So, worthwhile. Definitely the deer in the morning. Yes, I haven't got to that part of his trade. I don't think I've seen... I've literally made one trade with the trader for the wolfskin pants recipe. And I actually have a current trade, which I would eventually get back to for 5 rounds of rifle ammunition. I got used to the airfield, in truth. I didn't like the airfield itself, the main hangar, although um, now that I know it a bit better, there is in fact a copse nearby with, I found 5 deer there. Then sort of across in the opposite direction there's 2, all within the sort of general area. And if you go to where the group of 5 deer are, and I'll have to show you on the map, and you go further, there's a chance of a moose. I was very tempted to stay and get the moose because I actually need the skin. So I got reason to go back and kill the moose. So with what I know now, yeah, you can do okay, except it has to be said that, like yourself, I was actually forced out because I couldn't find the deer. The weather was so bad, the deer were cleared out and I didn't see them. So I ended up, under advice, heading towards the northwest end of the lake and the sanctuary of Drift Island. And Drift Island is very, very useful because there's a safe place to shoot bear from there. And how many bear have I shot from the wingtip of that float plane? 4, 5? I think it's 4. Then there's another patch of deer nearby there. There are wolves for wolfskin. There's 2 fishing huts. I mean, for long-term survival, that particular location is remarkable. It's I'm not going to say it's one of the best in the game, but it's a very, very good location and quite safe. Drift Island itself is quite safe. There's ptarmigan, there's rabbit, plenty of firewood. You know, Drift Island as a long-term survival spot is incredible. I'm sorry, TWM? I'm a bit lost now. I don't know the initials for most of this stuff. Right. I am going to take a quick break. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Don't worry, I am not going to be leaving you looking at a blank screen. But I'll see you very shortly. And I'm back. I keep wanting to haul this seat forward. As some people may have realized, I used to have an armchair that would sit here. And I decided I wanted a proper gaming chair, which is more or less what I've got, but it's basically an armchair. But I could shunt the armchair forwards. I can't shunt this forwards. It's 22 kilograms. It doesn't shunt. It's on a massive swivel base. It's got a lot of benefits, this thing. But one of them is I do actually have to hold my hands up more. I can't just rest them on the armrests. So I've got some plans to deal with that. But anyway, that's enough of the boring technical issues. I don't need 4 hours sleep. And I do need that deer for a couple of days' food. Yeah, I haven't been to Timber. There's several areas of the map that I haven't been to. Timberwolf Mountain is definitely one of them. I'll get there eventually. I mean, if I continue playing this without dying long enough, I'll probably end up visiting most places, I suspect. But that assumes, of course, that I'm still playing it when Black Frost 2, because when Black Frost comes out, I'm switching over as fast as I can. Assuming I can get it running. I'm hoping they do a Linux version. Have I started crafting what yet? Oh, that's mostly the water, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't need those. No, I haven't. I'm not really that interested, but I might at some point. Yeah, let's drop that. There we go. And I don't need that. All right, let's go deer hunting. Oh, look at him moving with alacrity. Oh, goodness. And there's that poor deer. I've never been a very good builder in that regard, even in Minecraft. If you want an idea, that's useful. Yeah, if you want an idea of my ability to craft building type things, go and look at how I play Minecraft, because I do have several base tours there. And I'm good at infrastructure, but not so good with making it look decent. Yeah, that's exactly what I hoped for.
This gear's starting to slow me down.
Oh, that was a fortuitous shot. Well, no, not that fortuitous, but it's always nice when you don't have to chase them. Ah, do you mean have I looted this? I don't know that I can even get up there, can I? I thought I tried and I couldn't get up. Let me get warmed up and I can go check it out. I might have already done it and I've simply forgotten, because that's what I thought. But I'll go back and have another look.
Come on.
This of course is the bit everybody is familiar with.
Feels like a lot of gear.
Well, there's a astute observation, Mackenzie. It's going to be awfully close. It's not that much meat, only lasts a couple of days. Oops. If in doubt. Oh, I think my cooking skill's up at 5 now anyway, so... Gosh! Ooh, you... irritating thing. Right, well, I got meat for a few days, which is nice. I wish there was more I could do with the fat. Ooh, I still have more. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is, come morning, unless the weather's absolutely ghastly, is actually head down into the zone of contamination. Why not? Why not? And in the meantime, I will crouch by the fire. I wish I could crouch by the fire. I can crouch by the fire. Hey, here we go. Nice and toasty. There you go. All I need now is this. Actually, I just realized I was going to Joe, make that as a screensaver. You know what? I could do that. I can switch off the HUD and just record this. And you'd end up with the... Actually, do you know what? I'm going to have to do that at some point. Just for the background screen there. Just so that people can stare at it for a while. I could even put some music to it. I've got enough of the... I've got the complete soundtrack for the game. Definitely I could do that. I've already done, what, 2, 3 soundtracks? I've done Journey. And I've done The Long Dark. I've got, if anyone's interested, I've got 2 hours 50 minutes of The Long Dark with the title screen going through the day-night cycle with the complete soundtrack playing through it. What else have I got? Oh, yes, and I've got Aurora Meets Aurora, if anyone's interested, which is a recording of the Aurora from the Mindful Cottage to the Aurora concert in Sky Children of the Light, if anyone's particularly interested.
All I can think about is food. This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
This seems excessive, but you can never have too much water. One of the big mysteries in the game. Where does he get all the plastic bottles from? Yeah, it sounds a silly idea. I actually, just for the background screen, change of pace. The background screen, by the way, is what I'm talking about. It's what's what you can see outside of the game display and my pretty face and chat. That's actually the title screen from this game. This would actually be moderately good as well. I could put that in there, so you got that flickering light thing going on in the background. Until such time as I get a green screen and I can make the webcam display transparent, and then I can have a look at actually maximizing the whole game screen. But that's all, yeah, not stuff anyone I suspect is particularly interested in. No. That is a valid point. He never uses the bathroom, never takes a shower either. It makes the whole stink level thing a little bit amusing that he never takes a shower, and he's clad in animal clothes, and yet carrying a bit of meat somehow makes him more attractive to the predators. That's not one thing I'm going to do with this game. I'm not going to play mods. I'm going to keep it strictly vanilla. Never mind getting mod. Oh no, I don't feel like. Yes, getting mods into a Windows version of The Long Dark running under Linux. Probably quite doable, but I'm definitely not trying that. Mostly I don't play with mods, except for Minecraft, where you more or less have to. Arguably. Let's see how cold it is outside. Not too bad, actually.
Looks like a new day is dawning.
Oh, aren't you, Mr. Optimism? What, The Long Dark? I mean, they pretty much have finished it, isn't it? Haven't they? I don't think there's gonna. I'd be amazed if there was any. Oh, I don't know. Having said that, they have. I think they're going. They are planning on running The Long Dark and Black Frost side by side. So, you know, the game as it stands could continue going for years if they if people wanted it. And that is not entirely without precedent. I mean, let's see. The Long Dark is 11 years old, came out in 2014. It's utterly playable. It's as involved as it ever was. There's no reason to stop playing it, even if Black Frost comes out, so it could carry on. It's still not one of the buggiest games in the world. But, you know, another game, yeah, the other game I play, you know, Warframe, been going since 2013, and it looks as modern as yesterday, as far as I'm concerned. My admiration for the developers of Warframe is not to be underestimated. Alright, first of all, we will go check, see whether I can actually get into that, because I'm pretty certain I've tried. Oh. See if we can get up there. I'm not sure if I can get up here. No, I can. Here we go. I must have been in here, surely. I mean, that's such an obvious way of getting in. If I didn't do it before, I must be out of my mind. Do you know what? I haven't been in here, have I? That's silly. I made multiple sightings this morning, and I can hear them stalking me. They have very distinct territories on the island. This was expected, but even for a wildcat, they take this behavior to an extreme, which worries me. I believe it's possible to live at peace with them, and my work here will show that, but I need to track their movements and note the boundaries of their hunting grounds, and somehow survive. I assume they mean cougars. So, the answer to your question is no, I hadn't been in here. That's interesting. I thought I saw an option to climb down, but I'm not going to even... No. Yeah. I can't get out this way, can I? Great. Hang on. Is this the only door? You're kidding me. Definitely not wanting to drop down there. Is this a trap? Ah, there's a door. Thank you. All right. Got a bit of extra food. That's going to be handy. Let's pick up my bedroll. Make sure I got my pot. Alright, let's see what I need to drop. I've got food, I've got a bit extra. Yeah, he's a bit heavy, but there's not enough to worry about. I do have a bearskin bedroll. It's back on the travois in the other location. So I do have one of those. This is the down-filled bedroll. So very useful. Yeah. So let us... might as well head down. Let's move out. Maybe I'm going to regret this decision. Oh no. I've got pots, I've got food, I might as well head down into the... Yeah, let's have a bit of an adventure. Let's go down to the zone of contamination. I'm about as prepared for it as I can be. Hang on. There's a telescope? I wish they had binoculars in the game, that would be useful. I haven't found a camera in the game. Oh, have I? I don't think so. Oh, great. Hang on a second, guys.
I might have to drop some gear.
Sorry, I just need to find out what that was. Oh, okay. Not important. Not even slightly. I just wondered whether it was people messaging me. It was not. Any other beasties I ought to be aware of down here? I mean, we know about the wolf. It's dead. We know that we can't necessarily eat anything down here because they're poisoned. Take your time, John. So, can I go round this patch of poison, whatever it is up ahead, or do I just have to dash through and hope? Don't see much in terms of ways around. Hello, suspicious blob. Are you a stone or a rabbit? Or a wolf? And I can't get that way. Nope. I'm not in the mood to try anything interesting. Oh, great. Guess I just run through. Okay. In Interloper, I've been pursued for a really long time by a wolf like this. I didn't know you could run so far and still have the wolf on your tail the entire way. And he looks like he's not going to be dissuaded. You're kidding me, not again. Oh, no wonder. I smell. I forgot about that. I forgot completely about that. Well, that should fix the smell problem. Well, we made it to wherever this is.
Could end up being useful.
I've actually got better tools than that elsewhere.
All this gear is slowing me down.
All this complaining is irritating me. Oh, I guess there's plenty of water here. Yep. Oh, nice enough spot apart from the ever-present danger of chemical poisoning. I'll start breaking stuff down a bit.
I could use this.
Yeah. For the leather, if nothing else. Don't really need that, but I can break it down.
I think I can use this.
Yeah. Well, it's certainly been in worse spots.
That'll come in handy.
Oops. Pinnacle peaches. I could have really used finding those. So most of this stuff I don't need, but I'll sort of grab what I can and tear it down before I move on. And I've got enough bits and pieces to last me for a while, so... See if I can get around this way. Well, if you could safely hunt the animals here, doesn't strike me as being a bad spot. Chemical boots.
That'll come in handy.
Radio. I don't really need a can opener. I've almost never used the coffee. Salt's always handy to have.
Could end up being useful.
I can actually probably eat the ruined potatoes. Yeah. When you referred to the main building, is this what you're referring to?
Hope I can still eat this.
Because this is a good spot, I will have to agree. The only thing it's missing is a workbench, but that simply could be because I haven't looked far enough. I need to start dropping stuff. I've got far too much. Sorry, nope, what? This isn't the main building? That's further on down the road? Oh, okay. Alright. It's still a worthwhile one. I can certainly... I mean, I've only got about 10 more minutes or so before I'll start bringing this to an end. So this is definitely a good stopping off point. So I can start tearing things down. And I want my pinnacle peaches. Alright, let's set up a bit in the center of the floor and drop off all the really daft stuff. Okay. I'll drop that for now. Don't need that. That I have a suspicion I'm going to need, so I will put those in a slightly different position. All right. Gotcha. Actually, what I should also do is spend time tearing stuff down. Rather amusingly, I once spent some time fixing a can opener. Don't really need that. Oops. What was I doing? Nope, wrong one. That's what I wanted. There we go. Everything else I am wearing, I think, except for my crampons. Why am I carrying my bearskin cloak and my wolfskin cloak? Does anybody want to tell me why I'm carrying both of those? I mean, that is silly. Of me, I mean. Yes, I do, I think. I've got 2 firearm cleaning kits. This is a relatively easy place to get to as long as you survive the chemical poisoning. For heaven's sake. Thank you. No, I dropped one of the knives. Oh yeah, I have a improvised thing. I can't believe I've been carrying a wolfskin coat around all this time. And I don't want to drop it. Right. How safe am I here? Let's have a look-see. Oh yeah, no, I'm good. Alright. So we've got our little pile of useful stuff. We have piles of clothes which I can tear down. Let's see what I need to fix, if anything. Okay, I need to fix my hat. Alright. That's new. Oh no, that's why I've got both. I'm wearing one on top of the other. That's new, that's new. Those are new. Those are decent. I can fix those later. New, 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 new. Oh, that needs fixing. Okay. Bear that in mind. Right. So I guess this is where I'm staying for the night, so to speak. I did not necessarily think I'd be this far into the zone of contamination today. I thought I might pop in. I didn't realize I was going to make a major trip. So, that's always nice. I have potatoes, I have carrots, I've got stuff. I could make a peach pie. No, no, I don't.
Not sure why I feel so tired.
So, it's given that Mackenzie's about to fall on his sleep feet. Oh, I know. There's a few more things we haven't done. I saw a skillet, yes. And actually, I think it was on one of the surfaces, but yes, there is. I did see the skillet.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
So, oh, definitely something else I need. So, I am going to start bringing this to a close. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope this was at least somewhat mildly entertaining. I will probably be streaming Warframe this evening. 6 o'clock British Summer, 6 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time. Sorry, British Summertime. Greenwich Mean. You know what I mean. 6 o'clock British Summertime. Sorry, let me start that over. I'll be streaming Warframe most likely this evening. 7 o'clock British Summertime. That's 6 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time. If anybody would care to leave a like, that is always appreciated. If you leave a subscribe, you will of course receive notifications when I'm streaming. When I'm streaming next. If you are not in the mood for me demonstrating how inept I am at Warframe while trying to remain amused the entire time, I will be back with the Long Dark tomorrow morning at the same time. Ooh, no, I've got that. Oh, I can do the force save. So, oh, hey Anna, have you been lurking all this time? I'm going to take the chance to say thank you for the, thank you for sharing it. Appreciate it. I assume that's the reason I had 48 people watching at one point. So, anyway, in the meantime, and I'm going to have to mix up my gaming genres here. Be kind to your Kubro. Be kind to animals. Be kind to children. Be excellent to each other. And I will see you all next time.